be, it won't leave. My friends say, get out of your comfort zone, it's a blessing in disguise. Get out of what you call home, your name is written in the sky. It might feel just like you're on your own, but baby, it's another lie. Remember you were made. I try to work, but it doesn't work. I try to say something, but there's no word. I try to justify my actions, less reactions, heartbeat raising. Oh, it doesn't work.
Living Treasures Wild Animal Park in the Laurel Highlands is a great place to see animals from around the world, but there's more to do than just...
I guess I have to take a break. Get out of your comfort zone, it's a blessing in disguise. Get out of what you call home, your name is written in the sky. It might feel just like you're on your own, but baby, it's another lie. Remember you were made. I try to work, but it doesn't work. I try to say something, but there's no word. I try to justify my actions, less reactions, heartbeat raising. Oh, it doesn't work. I try to work. It was years ago, but how can I forget? We were 16 up all night. Love and heartbreak was our life. We got drunk and smoked your dad's cigarettes. Dreamt of a life in a big town, skyscrapers and neon lights. Ooh.
right, quick mic test.
How we doing, everybody?
Still see your face. Freckles on your cheeks. How you talked in your sleep. We had plans and
Yay, good. Glad to hear it.
I didn't call for weeks. Thought the love wasn't for me.
All right. Well, we need to figure out the opener, so we will be back in a few.
Still dream of you. But if you hold me close, I won't let go again. We have time to grow. This wasn't a mistake, and we can grow old if you love me again, my friend. This time is different, so please do not let me go. Please do not let me go. I still think of you. But if you hold me close, I won't let go again. We have time to grow. This wasn't a mistake, and we can grow old if you love me again, my friend. This time is different, so please do not let me go. Please do not let me go. Please do not let me go. It was years ago, but how can I forget? We were 16 up all night. I really wanted to get it right. Trying to find some balance in my life. I never really put up a fight. And now I'm losing sleep. What if I lost touch? What if I'll never get it right? I try to follow my heart, but I lost it somehow. Wish that someone could say it'll all be okay. Just listen to me as I say. Listen to me as I slow it down. Dreams still yours if you want it. Enjoy the ride, 'cause those ups and those downs is what makes it worth it. Slow it down. Dreams still yours if you want it. Enjoy the ride, 'cause those ups and those downs is what makes it worth it. I never left a stone unturned. Trying to find some love in this crazy world. I felt like I was never hurt. All I wanted was to be loved. All I wanted was to be loved. Still yours if you want. You're the right, 'cause those ups and those downs is what makes it worth it. Slow it down. Still yours if you want. You're right, 'cause those ups and those downs is what makes it worth it. What if I lost touch? What if I'll never get it right? I try to follow my heart, but I lost it somehow. Wish that someone could say it'll all be okay. Just listen to me as I say. Listen to me as I say. Still yours if you want. You're the right, 'cause those ups and those downs is what makes it worth it.
as always, we are here for the drama.
In fact, we were born for it.
It's Monday, September 11th, and this is your Smart Doll News.
Hey, everybody.
Hi.
Welcome back. We've got, this feels very anticlimactic after the last week we've had. It's been quite a ride. We had last Monday the interview with Danny about the smart doll, the Pear Shaped smart doll. We also had our live first impressions that we did on Saturday. So if you haven't seen that yet, check it out. And of course, here she is, the girl of the hour.
Yep, tried a different wig tonight just for the heck of it. I really do like her in a red, but just decided to grab some bangs and put them on.
You don't really get to see much of her shape in this thing, but it's there.
But if you haven't watched the other live yet, then you can go watch that, and then you'll see her shape.
Yep. We have a couple people to thank.
We'd like to thank A Redhead's Ramblings, FMD, and Cyril Simony for being our super smarties.
Thank you so much for your super chats, your super stickers, and or your super thanks, even on the replays of our videos. And of course, we have to thank the ongoing support of our Discord subscribers.
That would be our cheerleaders, Anne-Marie, Celestial Styles, Alaska, and Queen Nova 201.
This didn't update. There should be another one there. That should be also somebody who I will check in a minute. So I'll get back to you on that.
You're going to get your own shout out.
Our sponsors are Garva, Bizbot, Redheads Rambling, Busy Bee, and W. Corden.
And our mascots, Angel Kitty, Baggins Lover, Geek Squeaks, and Warsheep.
Thank you so much for your support. Let me just, I swear I updated that file, and I even had it updated for last week, I think, with the right stuff in there. And for some reason, reverted to an old version.
But while he is looking for that, I will mention that one of the major things that our subscribers and our super smarties, all of you guys that support us monetarily, one of the things that you paid for was the ability for us to do that interview with Danny. You helped us get the software that we needed to do that. So.
Yeah, we were able to get really nice, high quality, synchronized videos recorded on everyone's computer and then downloaded to mine remotely so I could edit it in a hotel room.
Yeah, zooming in on the things he needed to zoom in on, etc., and so forth. So that wasn't just a Zoom call. That was a lot of work.
No pun intended. Yeah, so we also did want to make sure I didn't forget to mention Dolls Fiend. Thank you so much, Dolls Fiend. I'm sorry you're not up there. So we have a couple of things tonight. Of course, one of the most major things we need to talk about is I'm vamping here until it appears.
Or maybe it appeared already. I don't know.
No, it shouldn't have. It's still on the top. Well, thank you, Barbie Witch, for your super chat.
You are the first to super chat, so you are number one. Best test.
Best test. Yeah.
Thank you.
I don't know where that stuff went, but we will find out, I guess. Let me just check one thing. That's not what I want.
So some people have been asking us about this Kigurumi. It is a CJ Kigurumi that is discontinued. I did, however, mentioned to Danny that it does fit the Pear Girls, so maybe we'll either see the pattern or we'll see some more. I'm not making any promises. I'm doing our usual speculation, but it would be kind of cool because these Kigurumi are really nice, and we were lucky enough to get one when we purchased the large lot from Thomas that we purchased, but it does go occasionally secondhand for between 400 and 450 US usually.
Yeah, it looks like my overlay is busted at the moment for some reason. So we will just deal with that. Anyway, let's get into the news, the really important stuff. And yes, thank you, Redhead's Ramblings. She says, we need a llama Kigurumi.
That is true. A llama would be awesome.
That'd be so good. And we'll get back to the llama in just a few seconds, I think. Let's go to this. Oh, all right, it's working here.
Thank you, Redhead's Ramblings.
So we have some t-shirts coming out for the dolls from Danny. He has made 2 or he has at least announced 2. Here we have the Be Seen with Smartdoll shirt that is done in the style of a eye chart.
Yeah, I think that's really cool. It's a neat idea. Everybody, he's adopted the Be Seen with Smartdoll phrase. It's kind of like the new updated version of keep calm and carry a smart doll.
Yeah. I don't know. I think people would be upset if that came off of the bags, but I wouldn't be surprised if at some point in the future Be Seen with Smart Doll becomes
something.
Well, what I mean is actually could replace the keep calm on the bag. But who knows?
So this is very cool because a lot of people are saying, this doll makes me feel. I said it. This doll makes me feel seen. Lots of people are saying thank you for helping me feel seen. So it all works, and I think that the concept is very clever. It's cute.
And he does have this shown in on 2 girls, a pear-shaped Coco Future, I believe.
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
And a classic doll, Pride. Who is still one of the cutest ever.
I just watched somebody doing I watched like a reel or something of somebody doing cystic acne on a Barbie with glue.
Interesting.
They put glue dots,
yeah,
and then put color over them so that they actually were
so
like raised up.
Yeah.
It actually didn't look bad. It wasn't Culture Japan, but
it might be better on a. It might come across better at the scale of a smart doll.
Maybe.
So it looks like we'll be seeing that, and this is also a chance for you to see the fit of t-shirts. And I think one of the things you're gonna find, and I feel like every time I say this something about the doll, about the pear-shaped doll, it's kind of like, okay, this is how real life works anyway. But working more with knits or fabrics with a little bit of stretch to them and trying to get a closer hug to the body is probably a tactic you're going to want to use a lot when making clothes for them.
I'm discovering just from playing with her that like things that like you can very easily hide the fact that she's a pear-shaped girl, and the shirts that hug the curves are actually more flattering and kind of show off what she is. So
so we have that, and we have the I'm just here for the drama. And just in case you were thinking that we were prepping you for a big drama news discussion, we were talking about this.
Yeah. No, the drama llama is the thing, and I am here for it.
Is it the Chi drama llama or is it the drama chilama?
I think it's a chilama.
It's a chilama.
I like the chilama.
I like the chilama too.
I also want to see it with a little crown on its head so we can do a drama queen shirt.
So this whole idea came from one of our very own court members.
Yes.
That was a
that was punting to me. Oh, okay. So a redhead scramblings. Bizbot Lizzie, who's been on our show, actually sparked the idea on Zitter.
Zitter. She said, "You're very welcome."
And we really like it, and Danny really liked it, and so there's the T-shirt.
I like how in discussing the drama in general, he started to refer to the trolls as creative volunteers.
Yes.
Yeah, it is.
They're the writer's room.
Yeah. It looks fantastic. You've got, Chi and a little llama kigurumi and a bucket of popcorn. I think, all right, we'll do a shout out to Kit and Cat Shop. You should totally make a bucket of popcorn for the girls if you haven't already done something like that.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
So that'd be a lot of fun. Both of these shirts, I'll probably have to put in a little bit of work on the other one. But we'll be working on getting a human version of both of these available as soon as possible. And I believe Danny said he's going to send one to Redhead Rambling of the doll shirts. And Bizbot, we're going to send you a human shirt as well. So DM me in Discord. And give me some shipping info, and we'll get one out to you.
And size, etc.
Apparently, well, I don't know if we're confirming that he did say that or he already sent it. I don't know, but that is going to be fantastic, and I can't wait to twin another one for the twinning collection.
Yes, because we're both going to have that one. We tend to alternate like who gets what. And for the most part, but no, we're both gonna have that one.
All right. Next up, X is reloading every page as I go to it. Danny had a quick update, a couple of updates actually, about the resources. He got this lovely email. This is such a perfect example of how to ask for something from Danny when he has
from anybody, really.
Well, sure, but most people you wouldn't even bother asking. Most companies. Danny actually in this little mini article here on Twitter or X mentions basically all the reasons why companies would never release the like the STL files and the patterns like he's doing. I mean, largely around intellectual property. I mean, it is money that they're giving away basically, and relinquishing the right to have the ability to produce it anymore. If someone else is producing it, plus you also then have, if other people are out there, you have other people making it, and then you have like knockoffs being made. Now they're not like illegal, they're made. Danny's giving us this right, but you have a quality now issue. It's like, is this a CJ version or is this whatever? So the assumption here for Danny, I think, is these are things he's not really planning on doing anymore.
Let's see, the one thing that you can count on is that if you get ahead, that it should have a oh no, that's on the cone. I was gonna on the extra flashing. I was gonna say that there's a stamp in it. There's like they carve in COS or Mirai or whatever
in the cone that you normally never see unless you get chaos.
Yeah, no, I was thinking that would be on there and you could look for it, but no, I mean, he's taking a risk here, seeing these with putting this out.
Yeah, so the person said, "Hey, recently I was browsing your archives and saw photos of the now discontinued Smart Doll Entropy, and I absolutely fell in love with her face sculpts. To be clear, I'm not asking you to re-release her again. Instead, I was wondering if, since you have to do testing and prototyping via 3D printing, would you be willing to release the STL files for some of the head sculpts of Smart Dolls in the discontinued lineup? I'm asking this knowing full well that you have far greater priorities, and many at that, and if you guys said yes, then this request would be far down the list of priorities. I am fine with that. I'm also aware that you could say no, and I'm fine with that too. Either way, I thought it couldn't hurt to ask. Thanks. And then he just replies with done. Like,
yeah.
So officially, Entropy's sculpt, the G1 sculpt, is now available as an STL file on the free section of the website. I do want to mention we have another person working with us. Small Seams is working with us on updating the smartdoll guru free pattern section,
right,
to keep track of stuff like this, or the sewing patterns that are out there and things like that. So we'll be doing our best to try and keep that up to date with as a sort of broad resource across multiple websites.
And thank you, Small Seams. That's awesome. We're very excited about that.
Yep, happy to have you on board. We have another follow-up to this, because in the comments somebody asked for elf ear data, and he did it.
And he actually pointed out that if you know what you're doing, you could actually merge the elf ears into the G1 head and actually just make a head with elf ears instead of having to attach them.
Which, if you join our Discord, I believe there's at least one person who has already done this. So you can get some examples, or I don't know if there's any sharing of STL files yet or what they're doing with it. But a great community there. You should definitely join the conversation at myladydisdain.com/Discord.
Costs you nothing unless you want it to cost you something, and you get a lot of great people.
So, we have, new files. It's amazing how much comes out of just people just asking Danny, and Danny's like, oh yeah, I could do that real quick. Like, I don't think he's gonna sit here and go like, oh, I'm going to spend, like, he probably does them in batches of things of like, I'm gonna like prep all these things to go. But if he knows that he can very quickly make somebody's day like this, he does it, which it's just fantastic. All right. Next
new
up
girl
is a new girl, but before we do that, hey, Mirai. Mirai
definitely
would like you,
not a new girl.
Not a new girl.
Yes.
She's the original girl, and she would like you to hit that like button and help spread this video to more and more people. I'm sure we have a lot of new people coming on board from the last week or so with the interview and everything like that from Danny. We welcome you, and we would really appreciate it if you give us a thumbs up and continue to help it spread. So we have this girl.
She is super cute.
She is very cute. Love the mouth. Looks great. I like the sort of, it's almost like teeth, but it's all black, so it's more like a pursed mouth.
Yep, she's got a pursed lip, just smiling a little bit. I don't know if anybody could actually like do that mouth properly, but it's almost like duck face.
Yeah, a little bit. It is. Yes, it is a little duck face.
But it's cute.
Very cute. Love the big thick eyebrows
and the drama lashes.
Yep.
Like everything about those eyes and everything is drama.
I don't like this. The underlash here, just that smooth S swoop, is very nice. With this little, like, normally he does like little lashes sticking out, whereas here we get more of like a little crease line underneath. It's very, like,
she's
the details are
crinkling
very
a little
nice.
bit.
Yeah, so it has just the hint of like crow's feet.
Yeah.
But without it being like overly.
Well, smile lines more so than.
Well, that's what crow's feet are.
Eye crinkles, yeah.
That's the point. But you know, just that little bit there. I like those little details.
So this is Marvel, correct?
Yes, this is codenamed Marvel. Don't know what that means exactly.
I think we need a doll named Drama.
Yeah. Like he's running out of like small names. And he's you know kind of leaning into you know phrases now, live and let live, or the original live and let die, or what is it, everything to everyone, but just straight up drama.
Yeah, just drama. And
of course, knowing him, he'd probably be like here for the drama or something like that.
This girl could actually be drama because she's kind of like laughing at it, like you know, like whatever, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, so I am sure we'll be seeing more of her. Let's see if yeah, he basically was just continuing to reiterate. He's saying a lot of the same stuff lately just because people are kind of giving the same responses and asking the same questions, but you know, talking about the skepticism people have around the pear-shaped dolls, and how constantly the more people push back against it, the more he is fueled to do more of it. Marvel, she is very cool, and a couple of apparel items. We saw this in our interview. The bikini, we saw it in yellow, pink, and the floral. I don't think we saw necessarily the shirt here, but we definitely did get a look at the cargo pants.
Yeah, that might even be the same size shirt. I haven't tried that shirt on the Pear Girl yet to see.
Is that like the Mori Girl?
The one that came with the skirt in the Chaos. Yeah.
Yeah, it could be. So, we know that Danny is going to be doing as many like really loading up on apparel items for these dolls. So there's going to be you should be able to easily find an outfit at launch. I hope Danny does enough of a mix to give you a little bit, like not just the kind of grungy post-apocalyptic stuff, but maybe like a little bit more softer, modern, type stuff.
More of that Mori Girl look, like that awesome navy blue blouse that I just put on Transcendence. That
I would love to see like a retrospective, like take a couple of pieces from, like take a piece from each year, of Smart Doll and pull out something from the past and remake it for the Pear Doll.
Yep.
And do a relaunch or something. That'd be very cool. That is just me randomly wishing for things. All right. And the big story of the week is the prototype garage. Sandy, what is the prototype garage for those who haven't seen this yet and may have joined after the last time this came around, which was last October?
These are dolls that they've experimented with, that they've thought about putting into production, and for whatever reason are not going into production, at least not at this time. We've got a few prototypes ourselves. Like, we have one of the early Kintsugi prototypes. She became relentless, but the face is different.
Yeah, totally different face, but roughly the same basic Kintsugi marking.
Mm-hmm. He's taken other dolls like Melody, one of the major anime girls, and we have a G4 version semi-real Melody.
Yep.
So there's been a lot of really interesting dolls that have gone into the prototype garage.
So let's go through these, and I want to try and go through them roughly quickly, but here's what I want to talk about with you, Sandy, is like, what are the elements that we see in each of these that we'd really like to see him like pull out and do? Like, what's new and interesting about this face-up?
Okay. So let's
Kayla,
do that. Kayla, the eyes are really interesting. That turn up to on the outside, the real cat eye looking.
Yeah.
I like the blushing up high underneath the eye. It's very modern. I think that is very cool, and that lip has a little bit of a gloss to it.
Yeah, this right here, that little bit of white highlight on the bottom lip is something that I don't think I've really seen before. And I think there's a couple of places in these prototypes you'll see like this, of this slight hint of realism, of extra realism in the face up.
That's just a gorgeous face up. I mean, I love the eyebrows too. Like it's just she's very strong and seductive and powerful, and it's a good doll.
Then we have Cupcake.
Well, she's cute. I mean, I would say her major thing is that mouth.
Yeah, it's very Shiki. It looks like Shiki Ichinose.
Yeah, Shiki, except for doesn't have the... Shiki has a point.
She has the cat lips.
Yeah. But yeah, it's in terms of like that mischievous little grin, it's very cute.
Yeah. That's very cool. Next up, Chitose Realityverse with Freckles.
Okay, I love her.
This is in T. I would say this is not a fantastic picture of her because we know full well this isn't really an accurate representation of the T skin tone.
Right.
But you know, this is Danny went out and took the shots outside. It has a warmer tone. The white balance on the photographs kind of shifts. A lot of this was basically let's set them out, take a picture, and go. Mm-hmm. So there's a little bit of lack of consistency, but this just underlines for everybody, you know, how much you can't rely on just a picture for something, because you know you can make. The camera can make them a lot lighter or redder or bluer or whatever, depending on the light. But what was your? Did you like her? With
I like
Freckles?
her with Freckles. I like her with Freckles a lot, and I mean we have gotten to see, because Anna from Kitten Cat Shop has her. We did get to see Chitose Realityverse in person, and Chitose.
Well, I think it depends on when you catch it, but yes.
Realityverse in person, and she's very cute, and I like the addition of the freckles.
Redhead Ramley says Cupcake's face says a massive property damage, and I hope someone has bail money. I guess I see her. I don't know. I feel like the freckles actually give her more of a Chitose feel, like the Chitose multiverse feel, which I have always felt Chitose Realityverse kind of lost a little something in translation. Although having met her, like you said, she is incredibly cute in person. But yeah, freckles are great. Okay, this one, Clover. This is like almost what you would expect a semi-real Mirai to turn out like.
Yeah. She's like a little bit of a like, what?
I actually kind of wish that Future's eyebrows on the classic were a little bit more like this in terms of the height, the lift. I'll switch to the main camera here. Actually, I will switch to the doll camera. On Audrey here, Future's eyebrows are actually spread up more because of the size of the face. So I would love to see, I would love to see that. I just love that really tall eyebrow. Thank you, Spiral Mind. Spiral Mind says, thank you for all your shows. Been watching since the beginnings. Thank you so much. We really appreciate it and love to hear from especially anybody who, especially if you watch Sandy's tutorial, her couple of tutorials
before we actually started doing smartdoll. Yeah.
Anyway, so Clover, other than that, like nothing crazy new here. I just love that lift.
Yeah,
The
that's
eyebrow
cute.
lift. Yep, back up here. All right, Rhea. We'll say Rhea.
She was the last one to sell. I don't know what she finally went for. We should look.
She's very Felicity. I don't think. I think she's
like-
a little similar.
She's like Felicity.
Felicity. Kind of like it. Yeah. I mean, the mouth is kind of nice. Again, the detailing here, that slight dip in the bottom lip, is nice. I just like really, really nice to pay attention to those details. Yeah, I did a bunch of zooms there. All right, Lilac.
Lilac is really interesting, and someone pointed it out, and I was like, yeah, that's definitely true. It could just be the red eyes, but she looks like she was a version of Transcendence.
It's probably the red eyes. I think, I mean, different eyebrows. I love the extra extension here on the lashes outside of the actual eye socket. We talk about that a lot. And this line of reddish shadowing right under that black line, which really makes that, like, makes this all stand out a little bit more as white.
That's a more modern way of doing eyeliner now, too, is to take your shadow and put it under your eyes. Like, I mean, people have been doing it for a long time, but now it's one of the ways that people really do it. Instead of putting a tight eyeliner on there, you put some smudged shadow under your eye. So that's kind of like a more modern makeup look, which is really neat.
Emiko. Okay, this is very Chitose multiverse, and a little bit of challenge.
Yeah,
and
Sad Athena.
Or like a little moment in there too. I mean, it's all like very much the same sculpt, I think. But yeah, that beautiful soft face and that heavy top eyelash is very nice.
Yep. Yeah, that's the moment has that nice thick on the top. I think it's but she just it's expressions. This particular batch of prototypes, there's a lot of expressions that we haven't seen before.
Yeah. Let's see, we have Astrid. This was another one that we really were interested in.
Yeah, she's different. Of course, that's the M1, right?
Yep. M1 sculpt.
So she's doing a little bit of a tongue thing.
Yeah. Tiny little bit of teeths.
Yeah.
A little tongue, I guess, action there. And then what I believe, these could be specular highlights, maybe, or they could be, I don't know, maybe we should find out from Danny, or anybody who actually bought Astrid or the other one that had them, of whether or not those are actual white highlights that Danny has put on.
Painted on, or whether that's a shine coming from the...
Yeah, if it's a legitimate specular highlight from the lighting, or it's an actual paint, piece of, bit of paint. All right, this is somebody that we came close to trying to get.
Yeah.
In fact, we made the decision to buy her right when she got bought
sold
up.
out. Yep.
No. There. She is gorgeous.
She combines so many things. She's got blushing. She's got the hash mark,
Yep, the little hash blushing.
Yeah, the embarrassed
blushing.
And then she's got the little highlights.
Little sparkles.
She's got teeth, more teeth than we've seen before. I like the use of the redhead makeup, basically. The using the warmer tones for the makeup.
Yep. And it has sort of this gradient here too. It's mostly this almost this orange color on that crease, and then it got a little dark section there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we almost, this is the one that we were gonna go for, but then that was the only one that we were really interested in.
She's got a soft face, but it's like a magical soft face. Like she looks like she just sort of have an aerial thing going as well.
Yeah, like a semi-real Ariel. Yeah, I can see that.
And let's see, 2 more to go. Another Chitose, this time Freckles in cinnamon.
Yeah. She's so like, Anne of Green Gables-ish looking. Like the tea skin tone with the freckles comes off more like sun-kissed, that kind of thing, whereas this is just more like classic, storybook girl with freckles.
Yeah. And last but not least, Chitose, say what?
Yeah. An expression on Chitose.
We have been asking for these types of expressions. Like, it's so much fun.
The raised eyebrow is awesome.
Yeah, I wonder if it's like, if I were nitpicking, I'm not sure if that eyebrow is a little too high. If like this one, a lot of times when you do that, it's more of a cut in between where one goes down and the other one goes up a little bit.
And there's some things that he probably wouldn't like. There are some extra creases in there, but like there would be extra creasing on a normal human face. So it's like it's never gonna be exactly what you're thinking, No,
it just feels like it should be a little bit more difference between them, but like down a little bit. I don't know. Again, I'm being really nitpicky. But this, I love to see this. I love to see more. And the eyebrows do so much. I mean, anyone who's dealt with painting or any sort of real art, dealing with people, photography, whatever, like the eyebrows make the person. Or if you've ever shaved your eyebrows, you know how bizarre you look.
Right. So I mean, someone commented, well, they're prototypes, so they could always be tweaked. It's like, yes, they can be, and that's one of the reasons that they're not like they didn't go to production, because they weren't quite what they wanted to be at that time. So he could be still working on a raised eyebrow.
Or it could end up being exactly that going in a year, because he decides that he wants to do it. But all in all, right now they're not going to production. But there is still definitely the possibility. When you buy a prototype, you're not necessarily buying something that is going to be one of a kind forever, although yours still is a prototype, so there usually will be some differences, especially if you have a prototype that's before they did electroplating or anything, which is when they start manufacturing lots of them. So at that point, there's actually some changes in the Faceup a little bit. So yeah, would love to see this. And again, I would love to see bringing back the option heads
as expressions.
With expressions, yeah. That would be fantastic.
They could just be expression heads.
Yeah, just sure. I mean, I think they would probably end up being just options, but because everything is option busts, option hands,
Yeah.
Yeah, so that brings us to one thing here, which is the best time of the whole show. Let's do this.
We came to party all night long. Let's sing along to every song. We don't need nobody's attention, don't need nobody else in our time of our lives. lives. The night is young, don't need anybody else. We came to party all night long, and we don't need no chaperone. We don't need nobody's attention, yeah, we just wanna dance on our own. We came to party all night long and sing along to every song. We don't need nobody's attention, don't need nobody else in our zone. We came to party all night long and sing along to every song. We don't need nobody's attention, don't need nobody else in our zone. Making plans so as we go, weary dance when no one knows just how we want it. We want it. Going left, going right, doesn't matter tonight, just how we want it. We want it. Yeah, we just wanna have fun. The trunk's full of wine. We're gonna stay up, have the time of our lives. The night is young, don't need anybody else. We came to party all night long, and we don't need no chaperone. We don't need nobody's attention, yeah, we just wanna dance on our own. We came to party all night long and sing along to every song. We don't need nobody's attention, don't need nobody else in our zone. We came to party all night long and sing along to every.
All right. Yeah, that was a long one.
Some good shots in there, though.
Yeah, a lot of great shots.
I want to say Cornflower Blue, loved your shot by the window of your vision head. That was very lovely. And what was the other one that we both went, ooh, Dreaming in Dolls. Really nice shot of your girl standing outside. I forget exactly which doll it was, but it was adorable.
Yeah, I know there were so many good shots that started like I kind of got overwhelmed there at the end.
Yeah, there were a lot.
Normally we don't have that many, but with the special video last week, we had to double up this week. That is it for the news. So what we are doing now, instead of doing a Q&A in a live stream, we are reconvening in the Discord at the general voice channel, so you should come on in and hang out with us for a little bit, and we'd love to answer your questions or hear about what's going on with you and your dolls. So
takes us a minute or two to get in there, but we will see you there.
Yep. All right.
That's all for us.
Bye.